I am doing a series on parental wounding, how it affects us as now grown people. It is important to know that it manifests itself in various ways, and one of the ways is through people pleasing. When we talk about people pleasing, we are also talking about inability to set boundaries with people. Individuals who have been wounded by the experience they had growing up, they may not have a sense of self. You can see people who will pick up your things without asking. They don't think it's a problem. It's because they were never given the opportunity to develop autonomy. The boundaries between them and others is very blurred. They are unable to say no to people. They feel unsafe if they say no. They feel guilty. They feel like they are a bad person because they set a boundary. If they do anything and somebody gets upset, they own other people's feelings and they begin to pacify the other person because of the fear they have of abandonment, of rejection, of not being a good person. People also who tend to people please, they may have experienced a lot of criticism by their parent, especially their mom. They kind of judge themselves very harshly. They have impossible expectations of themselves and sometimes of others. And so they have that critical voice that keep playing in their mind. And so to set boundaries becomes an issue for them because they don't want to be criticized. They don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. The reason why you do not want to make somebody uncomfortable is because you will be uncomfortable yourself. So you are trying to figure out how to be emotionally safe by making sure that you manage your own emotions and the emotions of others. And that is why you will find a lot of people who will give and give and give, but then they are not getting anything back. And there needs to be a balance because we are not talking about you being unkind to others. What we are talking about is you find balance so that you do not end up in a mental health crisis because you have been giving and you have nothing else to run with. It's very important to check and see whether you have those people-pleasing tendencies where you have to make everybody comfortable even at the expense of your own comfort, and then try to find balance, because I know that even our religious backgrounds can create a risk factor in this area where we are feeling like if I say no, I am being unkind, I am not a good Christian. We need to understand even with God, He has boundaries. Our environment, especially during your first 10 years of life, it informs you how you are going to live in the world, how you feel about yourself in relationship to the world. If you feel that you struggle a lot with setting boundaries and telling people no, or even walking away from toxic situations, please reach out to us. We will be very glad to help you to be able to find a balance, because you don't also want to deny who you are, especially if you are a sanguine. Sanguines are really good at caring for other people, and they might find themselves doing a lot of people pleasing. And I do have a class that you can go in depth in this area. You can click the link below. It can lead you to a more in-depth video on this issue of people pleasing.